Yo, what's up guys, it's Mike. Either it looks like I did a workout or I just jumped into the pool. And I actually just did the workout. This video is gonna be talking about the 8 exercises that are really good for muscle building for beginners to do because they're easy to learn. So this video is gonna be showing you how to do each one of the exercises with good form and making sure that you're contracting the right muscles. If you wanna go ahead and get right to the workout, click the link right here on my right and go to that video where we just knock out the workouts. So we have 8 exercises. The only equipment you're gonna need is basically gonna be a pair of dumbbells, medium weight or so. Every exercise we're gonna do only 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and keep going. There's no rest, so take rest if you need to. If not, just keep rolling with it. We're gonna be doing 4 rounds total. When you knock through all these exercises, it equals 1 round. We're gonna repeat it 4 times. This is total body, because push-ups working on your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Bent over rolls working on your back, core, upright rolls, back, traps, shoulders, squat and press, shoulders and quads, curls, biceps, close grip push-ups, triceps, mountain climbers, cardio and abs, core, toe touches, straight abs. You add them all together, you got a killer muscle building workout / endurance and cardio. So let's go ahead and run through the exercises, make sure we do them right. This is a big mistake I see guys when they're doing push-ups. I used to do the same thing. And so when people are doing push-ups, number one, let me turn to the side so y'all guys can see. A lot of guys do this, right? They have their elbows flared out and they do that, okay? When you're doing that, that's too much engagement on your shoulders. This is what it looks like, right? If you're doing this, you're not doing push-ups right. You need to have your elbows tucked in back here. So when you're doing push-ups, you're actually coming back here at a 45-degree angle instead of flared out, okay? That's the first thing. Make sure your hands are right under your chest and not your shoulders. So check this out. If you do this, this is right under your shoulders. Y'all guys can see this okay? So when you come down, it's gonna work a lot of shoulders. If you come right here, notice that now it's aligned to my chest, and it was just a very small movement. Keep your elbows at 45 degrees and come up. Make sure that your body is flat like a board, okay? So no slouching your back like this, and no popping your butt up like this. Next thing, bent over rolls. The key thing on a bent over roll, I'm gonna turn to the side again, is making sure you don't round your back. So you don't wanna do this, right? This is wrong because it's gonna hurt your back. You wanna keep your butt out, look either forward or slightly down, so now your back is straight. And your knees should not be propped out like this. Your knees should be back behind your toes, right? So knees behind the toes, butt back, back is straight at about a 45-degree angle, give or take. From here, nothing else should move. You should have very, very small movements in everything besides your arms. Just like this. See? So it's not a lot of rocking, things like that. And you don't want to hunch your back at all. So you want to make sure you squeeze your back. Imagine like somebody is pulling your elbows back. This is the way your back should look. It's hard to tell, but pull your elbows back so you're squeezing your back. If not, you're doing this. Next exercise is upright rolls. Grab a pair of dumbbells or barbell. You can put it together or have it slightly separate. Your key thing here is, again, to pretend like somebody is pulling your elbows to the ceiling. Pulling elbows up. Elbows up. See? Elbows up. Because if you don't, what you're gonna do is you're gonna end up doing this. It's almost like doing a curl. Somebody's gonna do this. You see? Versus elbows up. If you use your elbows up, it's gonna work your back, your shoulders, traps. Okay? Versus, let me do the wrong form so you can see a difference in my back. See? So, very important to make sure you're doing the right form so you can work the right muscles. So, next exercise is squat and press. You can do it 2 ways. Your feet should be about shoulder width. You can either hold the dumbbells right here, have it slightly touching your shoulders, or you can have it flared out this way. Either way is fine, doesn't really matter. I like to do it right here in the front. The reason why is because when I squat down, I like to touch my elbows to my knees. So this way it gives me a good gauge of how low to go before I come back up. So I come down, touch, up, touch, up. So this way, as you get fatigued, You may not want to go as low, but if you don't feel that touch, you know, it means you didn't go low enough. Either way, if you're more comfortable with it this way, you can still do the same thing. Key thing on here, make sure that when you're squatting, keep pressure on your heels, keep your butt back, and your knees should not go too much past your toes. See this right here? You don't want to be on the ball of your feet when you're squatting down. You got to keep the pressure on your heel, butt back. So this way, what it does, it works on your quads, your glutes, versus pressure on your toes, knees. A lot of guys are squatting and they say, hey, I can't squat, I can't do lunges because my knees hurt. Well, that's because the pressure is in the wrong place on the bottom of your foot. So it's working the wrong part of your body. The next one is curls. Keep your elbows to the side. Just curl up and down. Don't tuck your elbows in, elbows back, because you're not gonna get a range of motion. It's gonna look like this, okay? Another thing on curls is making sure, if you look at my wrist, make sure your wrist is not curled in like this, okay? Because I was using too much forearms. Keep your wrist straight or even slightly back a little bit, okay? So this way, it takes the pressure off your forearms and right into your biceps. Next one is close grip push-ups. Number one, making sure your elbows are flared 45 degrees back and not to the sides. So you wanna make sure the grip, well, your hand placement, the closer your hands are to each other, the more triceps you work. But also the more pressure on your elbows, right? So if I was gonna do, you know, let's say 6 inches, which is usually where I go at, it definitely works your triceps, but it doesn't apply as much pressure on your elbows. The moment you go all the way close to where sometimes they call this a diamond push-up, right? If you go all the way close, it's gonna put more pressure on your elbows, which might be fine if you have good elbows. Personally for me, they're a little tender sometimes, you know, I don't got the best joints. So that's why I keep mine separate a little bit. But what you need though is you can't have your hands farther than 6 maybe 8 inches apart. If you have it too wide apart, you're not working enough on your triceps and you're working on your chest. As far as hand placement goes, right under your chest, same thing. So right here, so your chest, I'm gonna rest right here so y'all guys can see how if I go all the way down, my hands is right under my chest. So it's not like this, you know, something like that. You know, they say kiss the ground, you know, kiss the diamond, stuff like that. You can, but I personally don't like that because that's just too much pressure on your elbows. Okay, so we got mountain climbers and then toe touches. Mountain climbers, really easy. I'm turning to the side. Here's a tip on mountain climbers. If it's hard for you, what you're gonna naturally do, I don't even need to tell you this, you're gonna naturally lean back like this. All right, because it makes it easier. If you wanna make it harder, lean forward, right here. What it does is it engages a lot more core. The more farther you lean forward on your mountain climbers, the harder it is and the more core it works. Last one is toe touches. Real simple. Feet in the air, lay flat, hands like this, reach for your toes. Just like that. Not much to it. Reach for your toes. Make sure you're engaging your abs. One thing I'll say is try not to strain your neck. So you don't want to do this because you're gonna end up working your neck. What you want to do is you want to apply the pressure in your back. You want to really push the pressure right here in your back instead of applying the pressure in your neck. Because what it does is it helps you engage your abs. Because if you do this and you see what I mean? If you do this, that's the floor, man. Don't look at me like that. If you're doing this, I mean, now you're just straining your neck. But if you apply the pressure in your back and you use your abs, damn, that was loud. See? Now you're working your abs. So that's the key thing, is making sure, especially on toe touches, that you do it right. Because if not, your neck would be just super, super sore. You probably have a very swollen neck, you know, like one of those guys with crazy veins coming out of their neck and no abs. There you go, guys. That's how you do all 8 of these exercises. Don't forget, you're gonna be doing 4 rounds of 30 seconds each. Rest as minimum as you can, and it's gonna be super, super killer. All you need is a pair of dumbbells. Now that you know how to do the workout, it's time to grab your timer and grab your dumbbells and do the workout. Now, if you wanna join me and do the workout with me, click the workout here on my right. Now for you guys that want to learn the fastest way to build muscle and get six-pack abs, click the link above to go to sixpackshortcuts.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.